Hello, you are watching Australia's best online football program. Thanks for your company and a big thank you to Jamie Harnwell, who filled in the last couple of weeks while I was gallivanting in New York. Well, here we are in round 5 where Bayswater City are sitting firmly at the top of the table. Coming up, we chat to City's Todd Howarth. The Northern Redbacks claim another piece of silverware in the Women's Night Series. The highlights and results from the State League, and we go searching for another rising star from our junior ranks. But first, Perth Glory's season has finished in controversy. Just like last year, the refereeing has come under scrutiny in their elimination final against the Melbourne Victory. We caught up with Glory skipper Jacob Burns on his thoughts about the season that was and the elimination final.
Overall, I think it was quite up and down. Obviously, there's a change in staff, change in manager. Very positive finish to the season. The club have appointed 2 very capable coaches, very knowledgeable coaches. I think it was very evident in the style of football and the way we conducted ourselves in obviously turning our season around and making the finals. A lot of the boys were disappointed in the change room, not only with the manner in which we went out, but the fact that there wasn't another game next weekend to be playing in. It was unfortunate once again. Decisions were taken out of our hands.
Naboo goes down, penalty given! What a turnaround in this game!
To have the same referee in the circumstances of last year in such an important sudden death finals, if you like, I really couldn't see the thought process in that. There's 20 odd capable other referees could have been doing the game, and it just takes that whole equation, what if, and the whole debacle of last year.
With the Women's Night Series drawing to a close, tonight's Premier League final sees Queen's Park go up against the Northern Redbacks. Queen's Park beat Beckenham in an upset win that went to penalties. Beckenham were disappointed with the loss that saw their hopes of getting the trifecta of the Night Series, League and Cup disappear. Neil Bennett, congratulations, big smile on your face. You've just pulled off the first major win of the year, the Night Series. Tell me, what is the vibe around the camp right now?
Well, we're stoked. We've worked so hard in pre-season. We've really put in over the last 2 or 3 months, and the girls really worked hard tonight. They got everything that they really worked to achieve, and I'm so happy for them. Obviously, I'm happy as well. So my first trophy as a coach. This is just great. We're hoping that this is the start of many more to come. What we've been working on all season so far is for the girls to move the ball quickly. We knew that we were going to be put under a lot of pressure. They're a very strong team, Queen's Park, and they do get into your face, so we needed to make sure we moved the ball around. Didn't panic, kept to the structures, made sure that everybody was working as hard as they could. And really, they stuck to the game plan absolutely perfectly. We made a little change at half-time, just moved things around a little bit, but we felt that if we just kept going, the goals were going to come, and 2 cracking goals in there. We've got to concentrate now on the league. We were really disappointed not to win it last year, so we've made that a priority this year. We want to win the league again. We also want to continue with our cup success, so this is the start. We're really aiming for a clean sweep now. We know we've got a hard job ahead of us, but we think we've got the players at the club that can do this as long as we all work hard and stay together.
2 new awards will be presented to the stars of tonight's final. The inaugural Tracy Wheeler Medal will be presented to the best player of tonight's match. The best player of the tournament will receive a trophy named in the honour of the late David Woodfin. Earlier on in the evening, we saw the final of the Division 1 Leeming Strikers v Bunbury Forum. Bunbury Forum only had a short lead time into this final, but they played a cohesive football and should be congratulated on their efforts. The overall winners for the Division 1 finals were Leeming Strikers FC, just too strong this year. Congratulations, girls, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Hi, I'm Jamie Harnwell. Did you know that the average lifespan of a hot water system is around 10 years? And water heating accounts for 25% of energy costs used in an average home. A MySolar solar hot water system could save you as much as 80% of your hot water energy costs, depending on the type of hot water system you currently have. My Solar is committed to giving great service and advice and is a proud sponsor of Football West. So if your hot water system is looking old and tired and you would like to reduce your water heating energy costs, then give the experts at My Solar a call on 1800 My Solar or visit their website at www.mysolar.com.au.
Our feature match this week saw us pay a visit to Drago Reserve, where Armadale hosted Perth SC. Perth started the better, and on 11 minutes Armadale had teenage defender Nathan Costello to thank with a well-timed challenge on Daniel Maseski. But Armadale started to impose themselves, and Sam Lovelace had Perth keeper Jason Saldaris backpedalling to tip his shot onto the bar. The second half mirrored the first, with Perth trying to break, but Armadale's defence, marshalled by skipper Andy Todd, standing firm. And with 18 minutes to go, Armadale were unlucky not to take the lead, when Jack Salter's header crashed off the bar from a Mark Pearce corner. The game ended 0-0, but Armadale continue their strong start to the season, and Perth are still looking to kickstart theirs. Our match of the week sees the top of the table clash between Bayswater City and Stirling Lions. In the first half, Phil Arnold should have opened the scoring, but pushed his shot wide under pressure from Trent Kay. But just before half time, it was Bayswater who took the lead, when Brian Farrell headed home from a Todd Howarth corner. In the second half, defender Patrick Quinn rattled the bar for Bayswater. And minutes later, Phil Arnold did the same for Stirling. But the score remained 1-0 and Bayswater unbeaten.
I'm happy with the 3 points. I still think there's a lot to work on, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist in a lot of things I do. But all credit to the boys. There was a few not well today, and they rolled their sleeves up in quite difficult conditions. I believe everyone's a bit knackered now, but we ground out a good result, and I was very pleased with the way the boys went about their business.
Yeah, no, we're feeling good. We've won our first 3 games. That's obviously our first loss, but very hot day. Boys worked very, very hard, and it was always, I think, going to be 1 goal in it. Unfortunately, they got the break right on half time, but we remain upbeat and positive. We go into next week's game. Hopefully we can pick up another 3 points.
In other results, Floriat drew 2-2 with ECU at E&D Litters Stadium. Inglewood lost at home to Balcatta 0-1, and Sorrento also drew 2-2 with Coburn City. Which means the table after 4 rounds sees unbeaten Bayswater sitting at the top, closely pursued by Stirling and Sorrento, while Bunbury, without a win, are last on the ladder. Coming up next week, Coburn hosts Floriat, Sorrento visit Perth, Bayswater travel to ECU Joondalup, Armadale hope to get back to winning ways at Inglewood, and Bunbury look for their first win at home to Balcatta.
Yes, Armadale disappointed not to have mustered more than a point in that clash against Perth, but Bayswater holding on to take away the 3 points and sitting comfortably now at the top of the table. Well, joining me now is Bayswater's Todd Howarth, who orchestrated that goal against Stirling at the weekend. Todd, welcome to Football 360. Looking back now, though, it could have gone either way, it's fair to say.
Yeah, it's definitely fair to say. They had their fair share of chances. We're probably lucky to go into the break 1-0 up. Phil Arnold missed a couple of one-on-ones. So yeah, we're happy with the 3 points, but we would have liked to have played a bit better.
Going to this weekend against Joondalup, you must take a lot of confidence from that match. Undefeated at the top of the table. What's the feeling like amongst the boys now?
Yeah, the feeling's good. It's always positive down here. A good bunch of lads, and we haven't been beaten yet, which is good. So we've had a good start. We haven't really been playing that well for the last few weeks. I think the only game we've played well in the league is probably the game against Inglewood. So this week, hopefully, we'll be able to put a good performance together.
Let's talk about your career in the last 12 months. You were part of the Glory's finals campaign about this time last year. You continued on with Perth for the remainder of the season. This year, you've switched to Bayswater City, joining your former Glory teammate Chris Coyne, who's coaching the side. Was that one of the driving factors for you to make the switch here to Bayswater City?
Yeah, it definitely was. Coyne gave me a call, and he's a good mate of mine, obviously an ex-teammate. and I knew he wanted to start his coaching career, so he wanted to get me down, and also our housemate Trent Kay, he got him down as well, so it makes things easier travelling in the car together. I think last year they were a bit disappointed in not taking out the top 5, having won the league after the end of all the rounds, so yeah, hopefully we can wrap up a bit more silverware this year.
If there was one danger side for 2013, who do you think is that team?
I don't know, I'd say the best team we've played so far is Stirling. They probably gave us the most problems. But anyone on their day can challenge us. I mean, Floriet's always good. Even Perth, you can't write them off. They've got a young squad, but they've got some good players in there as well. So it'll be interesting to see.
When I was young, our friends from England came over and they basically introduced me to football, and I've started since then. I love playing this sport, it's fun and enjoying. I just love to be out there. Centre midfield, get a lot of the ball and create goals. I love Cristiano because of his skills and how he plays. I love to be a professional football player and play for Manchester United. To be able to play for Manchester United, I'd have to practice every day to improve my skills. I get down on my knees and do the Usain Bolt, point to the sky.
And that completes another busy episode of Football 360 for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show, and remember, if you've got a football story to share, please drop us a line. Until next week, it's bye for now.